No, it's not what you think. On emergency call to deliver a wing to Rover Revival for a customer in need of help. Call me Dr. Mustard from now on. I'm your wingman. That does sound a bit daft, but it's true. Almost as a matter of urgency, I need to deliver this wing right now. And now I'm thinking, was it the passenger side that was needed or the driver side? Oh dear. But it wouldn't really matter, because if it was the driver's side, I just get the 10mm socket out and whip this one off of Nigel. I don't care what colour it is, do I? That's the beauty of it. He's going to be thinking, where's that thing just come from? I've got a multicoloured abomination up my Jaffa. I wonder if anybody has referred to their backside as a Jaffa before. Have I just made that up? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start using it from now on. Look, Project Jeremy. Parked up behind Project Jeremy. Good to see the old boy fixed. Well, that was quite a lot of fun. Always nice to have a little trip out over to Mossley. And he even bought me a bacon sandwich. Couldn't believe that. I really was very, very surprised indeed. The only thing is, it's made me feel rather hungry now, so I'm going to have to go back and top up on pasties or something. After a rather lovely morning out, nice drive over to Rover Revival to drop off that wing, chat, bacon butty, come back, and then a couple more cups of tea here. I do feel quite revived and full of energy and eager to continue working on good old Project Timothy, to the point where I've actually removed that subframe. So those seized bolts, and I know there's a way around it with a proper tool that I haven't got at the moment, didn't actually stop me. I just got it all out. Looking like the dug up remains of a Triceratops, the ZT subframe is off the car, and I've just simply got to drag it from underneath it and then pull apart the rest of it. It's off. Obviously, the more parts are off, the better, because it is jolly heavy. I would call that a success. That's the subframe, another suspension leg, steering rack. Going to see if I can take the anti-roll bar off, and these, yet again, I forgot what they're called. Those will be even lighter again then. For my next job, I will need a battery container, a hammer, and why don't I forget? I'm forgetting so many words recently. I don't know what. Dementia's knocking on my door every single day. It's having a laugh, isn't it? Next job then is to remove the fuel pumps, which we have one on either side, for the big saddle tank. The R40 fuel pumps are terribly unreliable, to be honest. The tank's got a great big gap down the middle for the what's it called? The exhaust? No, the drive shaft tunnel. That's it. Yeah, that. And so it needs a fuel pump on either side. And when the fuel gets low, one of the fuel pumps ends up being strained a little bit too much, and it causes them to fail. So I believe that's how it works. So both of these are going to come out of there, and while they're coming out, I may as well take the petrol that's left in there, if there is any. That's the sound of the fuel tank being emptied. There's not loads there actually. Do you know what? My Rover 25 called Nigel is not a Harlequin. A Harlequin is something completely different to what this is. Now the Harlequin's basically having a joke at its master's expense. One could say that the Volkswagen Polo Harlequin is having a joke at the expense of Volkswagen, but I somehow doubt that really. I can't really see Volkswagen letting that kind of thing go. They probably didn't think it through properly. To me, Volkswagen are a humourless company anyway. Volkswagen's Harlequin, the Golf and the Polo, is named after a character. It's named after a fruity servant that was full of basically fruit. The word Harlequin doesn't mean different coloured panels, or car with different coloured panels, or different colours in fact. Harlequin was a servant who just happened to have different coloured patches on his jacket, so that's it. And Volkswagen named their car after this character. So for people to call my car a Harlequin means it's a copy of a Volkswagen, and it simply is not. And that's why I get so grumpy about it when people say that. I sound like I'm pretending to be grumpy, but maybe genuinely I am actually a little bit, because I think it shows a little bit of lack of imagination. And what's more, this car, Projecr Nigel, is about having a laugh. It's about self-deprecation. It's about making a point and laugh car that's actually very good. Volkswagen's Harlequin, to me, is a very different thing altogether. They're a serious company. They haven't got a sense of humour. They made this car probably saying it's a very good joke, but it's like, you know, people who only make a joke when it's April Fool's Day. It's like, that's their ticket to do something amusing, and that's all they've got. So, in future, anyone calling Projecr Nigel a Harlequin gets kicked out of the group. Unless, of course, they bring beer or cake or pies or gifts of any kind. Then I'll let you off.